Hi, this lesson is for section 3.2, solving systems of inequalities by graphing. So we're going to be doing some more graphing of lines, but these are inequalities where we're going to shade. And the solution is going to be the overlapping shaded region. So let's go over the notes and we'll do some examples. And so in this section, you're just going to be graphing and shading. You're not going to be finding a number value for a solution. Okay, so graph each boundary line, the equation of the system, test a point in each inequality, and shade the half plane that makes it true. The sections that are shaded twice is the solution of the system. Using colored pencils may help identify the solution to the systems. Make sure to use a dotted line if the statement is not equal and a solid line if the statement is equal. So you will need to be using graph paper for your assignment to get all your points. Okay, so let's look at the first one. We're going to solve by graphing. Okay, so on your notes, it's okay if you don't have graph paper. I don't mind if you just draw your own graph like I am. You'll get better graphs by using graph paper no matter what, but for your assignment, you definitely need to use graph paper. Okay, so I have this line, x is less than or equal to -4. Since it's less than or equal to, I'm going to use a solid line. And when it's x, there's no y, that means your line is going to be vertical. So here's my x equals -4. Now I need to decide which area to shade. And I'm going to use a pencil to shade so I can make it lighter. But I want the part where x is less than -4, so that means I'm going to be using the left side. Now, if you are undecided which side you should shade, you can always pick a point that's not on the line and plug it in to see if it makes it true. For example, if I use the origin 0, 0, okay, substitute 0 in for x. 0 is less than or equal to -4. That's not true. 0 is not less than or equal to -4. So I'm not going to shade the side where that point is. I'm going to shade the other side. That would make it a true statement. Okay, so let's graph this other line. Y is greater than 2. So first, since it's only greater than, it's not equal to, that means the line is going to be dotted. And this is going to be a horizontal line because there's no x. There's just y. And it's where y is 2, so this is where y is 2. I'm going to draw that horizontal line that goes through. Okay, and I want to shade the part of the graph that's greater than. So I want the increasing values for y. I want above that dotted line. So this is my shaded region for y is greater than 2. Now the overlapping part is this corner on the left, and that is the solution that you're looking for. Those points in that region make both of these true at the same time. So I want to use this part for my solution. Okay, so let's look at number 4. We'll do a couple more examples. Why don't you guys try to do number 4, and I'll do it up here. And just so you know, I am going to graph that that absolute value one first. And then I'll go back and graph the line. Okay, so there's no y in here. So I'm going to have 2 vertical lines. Got to break it up into 2 parts because it's absolute value. First one I'm going to leave just x plus 1 less than 3. The other one, I've got to change the inequality and make it a -3. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys work on this, and I'll work on it too. Okay, so there's my number 4. So one thing that maybe will help you guys, one tip I can give you, is when you have more than 2 lines that you're graphing, you need to make them long enough so that they'll intersect. Okay, and that'll kind of confine the area and show you where you're supposed to shade. So since I want all 3 of the overlapping shaded areas for this solution, I want to make sure that this line is going to intersect both of those parallel lines, and then I'll have my area that's going to be a solution for all 3 of those inequalities. Okay, so let's try one more. Let's do number 5. And 5 is 3 inequalities as well. So remember, make sure and draw all 3 of those lines long enough so that they'll intersect. So you go ahead and start it. I'm going to work on it up here, and we'll see what everybody gets. I like to rewrite mine in slope-intercept form, so if you guys want to do that to help you graph it, then that's fine. I'm going to use 3 different colors to graph, or 2 pens and a pencil anyway. Okay, so the part of the shading that's overlapping is in this little triangular area. Okay, so if you need to go back and replay this lesson, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Replay it and watch it. I hope I didn't go too fast.